with all the stress going on, we figured we wanted to share our bedtime stories with you guys. Sounds like fun? And she's gonna quack.
Right? Yeah. With two friends.
Yeah. So, okay, what are we gonna read today? The Adventures of Harold and the Purple Crayon.
Yep.
This looks like a good one. This is kind of a long one. All right, Harold and the Purple Crayon by Crockett Johnson. One evening after... Are you okay?
I was sleeping.
Oh, okay. Well, we want to pay attention now. One evening, after thinking it over for some time, Harold decided to go for a walk in the moonlight. There wasn't any moon, and Harold needed a moon to walk in the moonlight. And he needed something to walk on. Did you see him drawing with his crayon?
Yeah.
He's making his own.
Wait, can I show the pictures and I turn the page and you read it?
That sounds pretty good. But yeah. Okay. He made a long, straight path so he wouldn't get lost. And he set off on his walk, taking his big purple crayon with him. This one?
No,
I'm pointing. I'm just letting you know which one.
No.
So you could do
Stop putting it in my face.
Evie. But he didn't like... Oh, it's hard for me to read like that. Can we move your fingers, please? Because they're covering all the words. But he didn't seem to be getting anywhere on the straight path. So he left the path for a short cut across a field, and the moon went with him. The shortcut led right where Harold thought the forest ought to be. He didn't want to get lost in the woods, so he made a very small forest with just one tree in it.
Hey.
Your knee was covering it, and they can't see. Let's hold together. Or do you want to do it like this?
I can't see.
Do you want to do it so you can see?
Yeah.
Okay. It turned out to be an apple tree. The apple would be very tasty, Harold thought, when they got red. So he put a frightening dragon under the tree to guard the apples. It was a terribly frightening dragon. Look at those teeth. It even frightened Harold. He backed away. His hand holding the purple crayon started to shake. You shake your hand. Oh no, what is it making?
Waves.
Suddenly he realized what was happening. But by then, Harold was in over his head an ocean. He came up thinking fast. And in no time, he was climbing aboard trim little boat. He quickly set sail, and then the moon sailed along with him. Look, he's okay now.
Yeah.
He's a quick thinker. He was like, I'm in the water. Yeah. After he had sailed long enough, Harold made land without much trouble. He stepped ashore on the beach, wondering where he was. Look, he even drew an anchor.
Yeah.
So the boat doesn't go away.
Yeah.
The sandy beach reminded Harold of picnics, and the thought of picnics made him hungry. So he laid out a nice, simple picnic lunch. There was nothing but pie. That sounds like a good lunch to me.
Yeah.
But there were all 9 kinds of pie that Harold liked best. 9 pies?
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, look at all that. When Harold finished his picnic, there was quite a lot left. He hated to see so much delicious pie go to waste. What do you think he's gonna do?
Hey, he's making a reindeer.
You sure?
Yeah.
So Harold left a very hungry moose
I thought it was a moose.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought it was a reindeer.
And a deserving porcupine. Finish it up. And off he went, looking for a hill to climb to see where he was. Because if you get really high, you can see everything. Harold knew that the higher up he went, the further he could see. So he decided to make the hill into a mountain. Oh my gosh, it's getting hot. If he went high enough, he thought he could see the window of his bedroom. He was quite tired, and he ought to be getting to bed. He hoped he could see his bedroom window from the top of the mountain. Do you think he will?
I don't know. Maybe he'll hop to it.
But as he looked down over the other side, he slipped. And there wasn't anything on the other side of the mountain. He was falling in thin air. What's going to happen?
Maybe he'll crack his head.
Ooh.
Wait, he'll bounce on something.
Maybe. Let's see. Oh! But luckily he kept his wits and with his purple crayon. He made a balloon and he grabbed onto it. Look at he's holding on. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Right there. And he made a basket under the balloon big enough to stand in. He had a fine view from the balloon, but he couldn't see his window. He couldn't even see his house.
But he will.
How do you know?
Because I can see some.
You can see through the
pages
paper.
like that.
Oh, well, aren't you fancy? So he made a house with the windows, and he landed the balloon on the grass in front yard. None of the windows was his window. He tried to think of where his window ought to be. He made some more windows. He made a big enough building full of windows.
Oh my gosh.
That's a lot of drawing. Oh my gosh, look. He made lots of buildings full of windows. He made a whole city full of windows. But none of them were his windows, and he couldn't think of where it might be. He decided to ask a policeman. The policeman pointed the other way, and Harold was going, but Harold thanked him. He was already going that way. And he walked along with the moon, wishing he was in his room, in his bed. And then suddenly Harold remembered. Let's see. He remembered where his bedroom window was. When there was a moon. When there was a moon. It was always right around the moon. So he's drawing it. And then Harold made his bed. He got in it and he drew up the covers. Aww. And the purple crayon dropped to the floor and Harold dropped off to sleep. The end.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yay.
All by myself. By, do you remember who it is? Mercer
Mayer.
You used to say it every time we started reading this book. You'd be like, Mercer Mayer. And then for a while, it was Mercer Mayer was everything. I can get out of bed all by myself. I can button my overalls. I can brush my hair. You can do these things. Yeah. I can put on my socks and tie my shoes.
No, he can tie them.
He tied them together. You see that?
Yeah.
I can pour some juice for my sister, and I can help her eat breakfast. I can pull a duck for her. I can drive my truck. I can ride my bike. I can give a drink to my bear. I can kick the ball and roll on the ground. I can pound with my hammer, and I can sail my boat. Look at that little, do you see the little tiny mouse in that boat?
Yeah.
Look how cute he is.
Yeah.
He must be having fun. Imagine a boat all your size. That'd be nice. I can look after my little sister. Look at that butterfly.
Yeah.
I can help trim a bush. Ooh, he's cutting it really low. He's supposed to cut it up here. He's like, or ice a cake for Mom. You've done that for me.
Yeah.
You've done some cake
But
decorating.
he's licking it.
Yeah, we don't look at, well, we're still working on it. I can look at a book and find a mouse.
Hey, the same.
Yeah. I can color a picture. You've done that.
Yeah, I need to add color pictures.
I can put my toys away.
Put my toes open.
Wait, do you put your toys away?
No.
We're gonna work
But
on that.
I do it at school.
So why can't you do it at home?
I just can't remember.
How about this? We'll work on practicing remembering.
Hey, why is he getting pictures on?
Okay.
Wait, he's in a shoe.
Yeah, I noticed. So, are we gonna practice that at home?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. And get into my pajamas. You put your pajamas on yourself.
Yeah, all by myself. Even they don't even have footies.
Yeah, okay. Come on. Let's finish the book. I can brush my teeth. I can put myself to bed. But I can't go to sleep without a story. A what?
A boring. I said boring.
You were going to say bedtime story? And
yeah,
you made
but
it boring.
I actually said boring.
It says good night. All right. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching to yourself.
Have a great night.